And also, I must thank you all for your comments regarding the best armor sets and the best helms and so forth. I will attempt to try to find those whenever I am in a marketplace. For now, I think we will level up Ymira and Craven in just a moment. So, let's take a look here. She is the medic, so we definitely want to be leveling her intelligence, although leveling her strength is quite useful considering she can then wear some really nice armor. So I'm not entirely sure whether I should continue along the strength path or start to level her intelligence a little bit more now, because as you can see she does have 7 in wound treatment, surgery and first aid, so not entirely sure whether it's worth it to increase it any further, at least at the moment, until she has some really good armor. Yeah, we'll go with strength, why not? It will make her better in combat as well. Now, let's see. I suppose Weapon Master would help her out quite a bit, so we'll go with that. Now, she is using a one-handed weapon, so we will level those a little bit. And now let's see if she can actually wear anything now, because she did actually get 14 strength, so she can wear this. Oh yes, look at that. 242 head armor. Absolutely amazing. And maybe she can wear this now as well. Oh yes, she actually can. Look at that. Okay, well that was definitely worth it, I think. Now we just have to make sure that she actually gets a shield at some point too. Now these boots are very nice indeed. They are actually one level below what I am currently wearing, and it would be very nice if we could get her to wear those as well. So 15 strength is required for them, and we will see what we can do with those once she levels up again. So let's see, do I want to give her any firearms? I could potentially give her a siege handgun. That would be rather amusing. Would it be amusing? I think it might be rather amusing, so let's give her that. And do I have any bullets? If I don't have any bullets, then I've sold them. Apparently I have sold our bullets. I am terribly sorry. Not entirely sure why I did that. Huh. I suppose it is mainly due to the fact that Blood and Steel as a mod likes to reorganize your inventory every time you go into a marketplace, and I actually do appreciate that quite a bit, but it's unfortunate that you do sometimes lose items for no apparent reason at all, unless I am just missing them. Nope, I am not, I don't believe. Okay, well, maybe we'll buy her some bullets in just a minute. Okay, so let's level up Craven now. He is leveling intelligence even further. So should we continue to level intelligence, or should we just get some more strength? Because if we can get 30 in intelligence, then we'll have engineer at 10, we'll have leadership at 10 as well, and combat training once we get one more level, of course. And it would be quite nice to have pathfinding and inventory management as well. So maybe that would be the way to go. Yeah, let's continue with intelligence at least until 30, and then we'll start leveling strength perhaps. So let's see what we want here. I suppose pathfinding and inventory management. There we go. Okay. So I suppose cannons, even though I haven't used a cannon ever, apart from the Aleph cannon, of course. Okay, so... ooh, Saranid Sultanate. What is he doing here? That is very rare indeed. I am not entirely sure why he is actually here. As you can see, his entire territory has been taken by the Army of Darkness. I suppose he is attempting to scout out weaknesses, perhaps, in other factions' strongholds. And then he may indeed try to siege one of them. And, oh, wow, that is actually very surprising. Okay, the Kingdom of Vaegirs has declared war against the Kingdom of Rhodoks. Oh, wow. So it seems as though the Rhodoks have a battle on 2 fronts. They are fighting against the Swadians and against the Vaegirs. And I'm actually very surprised that the Vaegirs are still intact, because usually the Nords like to take them on very early on in the game. But it seems as though, considering we attacked them, or should I say we attacked the Nords, it prevented them from such action. Okay. Well, anyway, we will now be taking Wercheg, or at least I hope we will be. And yes, it's actually a good idea to attack some of the villages, isn't it, before you actually head here. Ah, okay. Well, I will be selling a few things before we actually do that. Just make sure that we're selling the things that are not exactly the most useful. Okay, that seems fine. And we can sell all of this as well. Look at that cash that we're getting right there. Oh, very nice. Okay, so let's look for some bullets. I did not forget. Aha, there we are. Very nice. And then she can use that siege handgun. That is going to be quite powerful, I hope. Ooh, fine war pick. Not bad. Battle axe, okay. Okay, that seems fine. So, let's now give that to her. Let me see your equipment. Okay, so... there it is. Good. Okay, so she now has 30 bolts or bullets, and she can now use the siege handgun. Oh, yes. Okay, so what I will do is I think we will wait for a villager, maybe? Ah, there we are. We found some. I was about to cut away just there. Okay, let's go. Okay, so they only have 43 and they are villagers, so I will not be using any tactics as such here. And we will hopefully be able to take Wercheg afterwards. Oh yes, look at that Templar Paragon. Run them down, Templar Paragon. Yes, there we go. If anyone gets taken out by these units, I am going to be furious. Oh my goodness. Now, I would have actually preferred to have declared war officially using an emissary, but I was a little far away from tier to actually accomplish that in the time that I actually wanted to do so. So it was a little unfortunate. We had to actually engage these fellows, but yes, we were okay in the end. And we actually got some rather nice party morale increasing food, which is never a bad sign. So, here we go. Now we can potentially head into Wercheg. Oh, no. Oh, phew. I was actually really worried there. I thought we owned Suno and Uxkhal, and it was under siege by two different factions. But it's just the Swadians and the Rhodoks fighting over each other's fiefs. So, we don't have to worry too much about that. Okay, so now we can head in to Wercheg and take it down, hopefully, and recapture it from the likes of the Swadians, as they were rather voracious in their attack against us initially. And I will be using my Aleph cannon at least once, so let's do it. Okay, there we go. Some rather nice kills there. I like to guarantee a few kills just to get some XP, because usually in these types of things I don't get very much XP, and nowadays it's quite difficult to level up using only melee attacks. Oh yes, okay, come on, let's do it. There we go. Destroy that shield. Oh yeah, that's what you get for having a shield. It's useless against my Valgard axe. Oh yeah. I'm actually really pleased that we took out the Nords first, because now they don't have any Valgards. We are practically the only person in the entire game, apart from, of course, the Nord vassals, that uses a Valgard axe, I would think. So that's actually not too bad. I like to have a unique weapon, because it is actually devastating, and I can imagine if we allowed the Nords to flourish in the beginnings of the game, then we would have a really tough late game. But I suppose it's actually really strange, because I actually usually take out the Nords in a rather systematic way. I usually attack the Nords straight off. It's either attacking the Nords or attacking the Swadians, I believe. Isn't that strange? Wow. Not entirely sure why that is. It would be nice to fight other units for once, because usually we are fighting Swadians and Nords. Nearly in every series I've done. Well, I suppose by the time we actually get to the Rhodoks and the Khergits, they are going to be incredibly powerful. Not to mention the Vaegirs as well. They have some rather fearsome archers. And yes, unfortunately, this is what I mean by the fact that I was using the Aleph cannon to get some XP, because as you can see at the moment, we are completely blocked off from getting into the castle and potentially getting a few kills. That is unfortunate. But maybe what I should have done was actually told some of my archers to hold position here. Well, we won anyway, but it would have been nice to actually get in there and get some action going. But here we are, we have the street defender phase, which is actually a lot harder than anything else, I believe at least, for me. And come on, let's take them down. Come on. We cannot be taken down by the likes of these Swadian units. We have fought Val Guards and those Berserker type units that really hurt. So these guys should be quite easy in comparison. And oh, Marnid actually gained 2 levels because he has actually gotten a kill. That is actually very surprising. Usually he is in his Aleph, but it seems as though this time he is not. He must be too low HP perhaps to actually fight in that Aleph. Maybe? Not entirely sure why that is, considering he doesn't actually lose HP when he's in the Aleph, perhaps? I think I may actually know why, because whenever Marnid is piloting the Aleph, the game always registers the fact that Marnid has been killed. Now, I can only assume that they had to implement a way to get Marnid to pilot the Aleph, and the only way to do that was to get rid of the Marnid model. And so they would implement a script that kills Marnid, but not permanently. So perhaps that is the reason why he is at low health. Maybe that is it. I don't know. That is pure speculation, of course. Okay, 31 renown once again, and we will now finish off the rest of these units. And I will use my Aleph cannon once again. Only one time, though. Get some XP. There we are. Okay, very nice. Now let's charge in, guys. Oh my. Okay, don't take a halberd to the face, though. That's actually not very pleasant. And Marnid has advanced to level 13. Wow, he's actually doing a really good job right there. Maybe it would be a good idea for me to increase his strength a little bit, although, as some of you actually said back at the time when I saw him gaining levels, he doesn't really fight all that often, so I'm not entirely sure whether it's even worth it. It's probably better to increase his other statistics first. And yes, we still cannot take any prisoners, but we have accomplished the feat that I wanted to do at the very beginning, and that was, of course, to take Wercheg. And we found some of these, a spare set. Nice. Okay, take as many pieces of armor as we can, and then abandon the rest. Okay, so we have taken Wercheg. Now, I'm not entirely sure whether Lady Tashavi is actually out of tier just yet, but it seems... not entirely sure who I want this to go to. I think I'll give it to Lord Nizar, because usually he's quite good. So, we'll do that. Yes, there we go. Okay, so there we are. It has now changed hands, and we actually have a smithy here, so that will continue now to give us some revenue every single week, which is great. And now I suppose I will wait here for some time and hope that it is auto-garrisoned rather soon. Okay, so here we go. We have our wages for this week. Now, as you can see, we are gaining a very large amount of money, but then it comes to our wages for tier and our party, and it completely drains us, and we are actually losing 20,000 per week, which is actually not too bad if you consider everything, as I am currently up by 270,000. I did have 291, but we are, of course, paying wages and so forth. But yeah, that's not bad. As soon as our investment comes in from Sargoth, from us building the smithy, then we should actually be losing 525 only, so that's actually not bad at all. But yes, I will continue waiting right here. Okay, so Wercheg has now been garrisoned, no problem at all. No one actually appeared to take it back, so it seems as though the Swadians are very busy indeed with the Rhodoks. So, what I will do now is end this episode off here, and next time on Blood and Steel, I hope that the Swadians may actually offer us another peace agreement so we can gather some more right to rule. Not entirely sure if that's going to help us all that much, but it would be very nice to be able to increase that particular statistic. But for now, I think we may indeed want to capture Ribulay Castle maybe, or one of these castles along the border. That might actually give us a little bit more control over the region. As you can see, Praven is all by itself, and I actually had a message stating that there were a great host of enemies spotted near Praven, so we may indeed need to go to defend it in the next episode. So I thank you for watching, and I will see you next time.